everyone and welcome back to Robin English. Thank you for following me again and I hope you will enjoy this video. Today we will be talking about the present perfect. And for many people who learn English, the present perfect is a very hard tense to use. So I'm going to show you a few examples of how to use the present perfect in a good context. First important thing for you to remember is that the present perfect is a tense of the present. And many people will tend to think that the present perfect is a tense of the past, which is not incorrect, but we tend to think that it's a tense of the present for the reason that we bring an element of the past to the present day. So how do we construct the present perfect? Well, first we need an auxiliary. We're going to use to have. Followed by the auxiliary is the verb that is on the past participle form. Let's make an example. I have eaten an apple and it made me sick. I have eaten an apple. I use have plus eat on the past participle form, eaten. To eat, ate, eaten. I have eaten. So first of all, what is the difference between the past simple and the present perfect? The past simple means a rupture with the present. When you use the past simple, you talk about something that happened in the past and that has no connection with the present. But when you use the present perfect, you make a connection, a bridge between the past and the present. But when do we use the present perfect? First, for a life experience. For example, I have been to Paris. I have been to Paris. You can also say, I have never been to Paris. And in this case, the adverb never or ever are always used with the present perfect. So you talk about an experience you had or an experience you didn't have. Second, when you talk about a specific time, let's say how long. For example, I have known Max since 2010, or I have known Max for 8 years. You use since when you have a specific date or a specific event or situation that you remember. I have known Max since 2010. I have known Max since college. Where you use for when you talk about a time that is not specific. For example, I have known Max for 8 years. 3. With an unfinished time word. For example, I have not seen her this month. This month indicates the whole month and you have not seen her during the whole month. You may use it with today, this month, this week, or this year. Fourth, for a present result. For example, I have lost my keys yesterday. When you say I have lost my keys yesterday, it means that in the past you lost your keys, but in the present you still didn't find your keys. When you use the past simple, I lost my keys, it means that it's something that happened in the past and that has no consequence on the present. Probably because you found another key or someone opened the door for you. But I have lost my keys yesterday means you still haven't found your keys. The best way to understand the present perfect is to use what I call a timeline. Here is the past. Here is the present. When I use the present perfect, what I mean is that all this time has an impact on the present, on today. Let's make the example with I have known Max for 8 years. What I mean is that I knew Max in 2010, but in 2018, I still know Max. I am still friend with Max. So during all this time, I was friend with Max, which means I have known Max for 8 years. I have known Max since 2010. Now, what is the difference between the present perfect and the present perfect continuous? When you use the present perfect continuous, you focus on the action. It means that the action that started in the past is still ongoing in the present. For example, I have been dancing for 2 hours. It means that 2 hours ago, I started dancing, but 2 hours later, I am still dancing. So I use the continuous form to show that the action is still ongoing in the present tense. So I hope that now the present perfect is a tense that you can manage and understand in English. Now, if you want me to make a whole video on the present perfect continuous, let me know in the comments below, and I see you next time for a new video.